Hello, trick-or-treaters. How are you? Are you getting ready? Are you getting ready for the big night trick-or-treating? I have some special stories to read. This is our Halloween special, okay? But before we get started, Mr. Adorable, are you going to trick-or-treat tonight, Mr.? You are? What are you going to dress up as? A kitty cat. Mr. Adorable's dressing up as a kitty cat. Well, if you want to listen to these Halloween stories, you got to get over there with the kittens, okay? We love you, Mr. Adorable. Okay, there he goes. Over with the kittens. How's everybody doing? It's an exciting night to get dressed up and go get candy and say boo and see all your friends and get all the special treats. Make sure you say thank you after someone gives you a candy, okay? But real quick, I'm going to say hi to all my buddies, Lainey and Nicole and Addison, Chloe, Izzy and Abby, Katana, Ari and Anthony, Justin and Bella and Skylar, Lukey and Sophia, and Gemma and Reese, Gigi and Jordan, Grayson, Livy, Otto, Lily, Timmy, Peter, Jacob, Kimber and Annie, Landon, Charlotte, Marley, Johnny, Odessa, Joey, Paisley and Xavier, Jackson, Max, Brianna and Giada, and Emmy. Hi everybody, and if I didn't say your name, that's okay. I'm just glad you're here. I have two really great stories for you tonight. Okay, let's get started. I can't wait to read these to you. The first one's called The Plumpy Dumpy Pumpkin, and it's by Mary Serfozo. There it is. It's a short book, but it's just so funny. Okay, here we go with this one. The Plumpy Dumpy Pumpkin. I had to practice reading this one before I read it to you, so I would make sure I read it right. Peter is looking for a pumpkin, a perfect plumpy, dumply pumpkin. And there's Peter, looking for that plumpy, dumply pumpkin. Oh, Peter. Oh, not a lumpy, bumpy pumpkin. Not a stumpy, grumpy pumpkin, but a sunny, sumptuous pumpkin. I don't know what that is, but those look like pretty good pumpkins to me. What do you think? Okay. Oh. Finally, on a twining vine, he spies a pumpkin fat and fine. Wow! Look at this pumpkin. It doesn't even fit in the picture. It's so big. It didn't even fit in the picture. It's so big. But oh, look at that Peter. He's so cute. He looks so happy to find that big scrumptious pumpkin. Not too fat though, not at all. Not too short, not too tall. Not some squat lopsided pumpkin, but a glossy lot of scrumptious pumpkin. Oh, he's holding it on his head. There goes Peter with his shiny, glossy, scrumptious pumpkin. Why does Peter want a pumpkin? Want a showy, glowy pumpkin? Look at this. He's thinking, why do I want to even get this big old pumpkin? What do I even need this big pumpkin for? He's thinking. Pumpkin pickles, pumpkin pie. Well, I would eat pumpkin pie, but I don't think I'd want to eat pumpkin pickles. Blech. That would be kind of yucky. Pumpkin pudding, pumpkin fry, pumpkin salad, pumpkin stew. What is Peter going to do? Look at all this food he's making. He's trying to think of all the stuff. There we go. Nonie, what you doing? He's trying to think of all the stuff he can make with that big pumpkin. He's going to be busy cooking. With his pumpkin home at last, Peter starts in working fast. He gets his carrying it up the driveway, getting it into the house. Wonder what he's going to do with it. Oh, draws some eyes and draws a chin. then draws a plumpy, dumply grin. He draws a face on his pumpkin. Okay, now what is he going to do with that? Oh, helps his dad carve into place a simply, dimply, dumply face. So his dad, after he drew it on, his dad came and cut it out. Because you need your dad or your mom for that, because that's hard work. Yeah, isn't that cute? Him and his dad making that pumpkin. Lights a light behind the grin to start it glowing from within. So he puts a candle inside his pumpkin so it's nice and bright. And that's probably something your mom or dad did too. That's what something Nonie did. I fixed my pumpkin. Oh, later wins the most applause. And really no surprise, because perfect pumpkins really do make perfect jack-o'-lanterns too. And here's all the other people had their pumpkins up. And here's the prize winner. Peter's pumpkin. Look at that big shining pumpkin there. Here, can you even see this? What am I doing? Here we go. Oh, all right, there we go. There it is. Perfect pumpkins really do make perfect jack-o'-lanterns too. I love that story. It was cute, and it was short, and that was it. And that's it. That's the end of that story. The Plumply Dumply Pumpkin by Mary Serfozo. Nice book there, Mary. I like it. Now for our haunted Halloween book. That was just a little silly book to get you in the mood. Now we are going to read Marc Brown's Arthur's Halloween. This is a wonderful story. Okay, ready? Now, if you're getting ready for trick-or-treating, you can listen. Or if you're already home from trick-or-treating and looking at your candy, you can listen and watch. Okay, Marc Brown's Arthur's Halloween. Okay, ready? It was the night before Halloween. Arthur's family was busy making the house look spooky. It looked so spooky, in fact, that Arthur had trouble falling asleep. There's his family making decorations to get the house ready for a Halloween celebration. Just hanging up some decorations, his mom's making a costume, his dad's carving a jack-o'-lantern. Things were even worse the next morning. "Help!" screamed Arthur when he opened his eyes. "It's just me," said his sister D.W. the silly. "Boy, are you jumpy. Don't forget, you have to take me trick-or-treating tonight," she said. She had her costume on and she scared her brother when he woke up in the morning. Who did he think that was really, a little devil cat? "Do I really have to?" said Arthur as he ate his cereal. "You really do," said his mother. "And I want to go to every house," said D.W. Arthur groaned. "I will be the only one who has to drag his baby sister trick-or-treating." He's just pretty mad. They both have their costumes on already. He says, "I don't want to have to take my baby sister trick-or-treating." But his mom said, "Yes, you do." Arthur didn't recognize anyone at school that day. They wore their costumes to school. There was a giant robot in his classroom taking attendance. "You sound just like my teacher, Mr. Marco," said Arthur. "I am your teacher," said the robot. The only one Arthur recognized was the brain. He was wrapped in aluminum foil. "I'm a baked potato," said the brain. "That's a good costume. I'm a baked potato." I like that idea. That's pretty funny. Francine passed out special morning snacks. "Eat these. They are bat wing brownies with vampire blood." That's not true. Everyone ate them but Arthur. Poor Arthur. He believes everything. They all put on blindfolds And Buster passed around bowls that he said were filled with eyeballs and hearts and brains. Arthur turned pale. When it was his turn, he would not touch them. "What a scaredy cat," said Francine. "Chicken," said Muffy. "They're only peeled grapes, jello, and spaghetti." And this, with his eyes closed, they were trying to tell him they were eyeballs and brains. It was just grapes and spaghetti. Poor Arthur. He was too scared. When it came time to go trick-or-treating, Buster knew which houses to skip. "Don't go to that house. They only give apples. And don't go to that big one on the corner," said Buster. "That's the witch's house. My brother saw someone go in there last Halloween, and they never came out." Arthur tried not to look afraid. Look at them all talking about what houses to go to, what houses not to go to. And Arthur was scared. Arthur and his sister had trouble keeping up with the group. First, DW got her tail caught in a door, then her bag broke. "You're such a pain in the neck," said Arthur. DW must be short for dimwit. Brothers. But DW didn't answer. Arthur turned around just in time to see her disappear into the witch's house. There she is up there, going into the witch's house. Oh boy. Arthur's down there picking up candy off the ground. She went into that house. Oh. Arthur's hands turned ice cold, and his heart began to race. He walked up through the spooky old house. The front door was open just a crack. Slowly, Arthur went inside. There he is, creeping in, very nervous. But his sister's in there. He has to go check and see what happened to her, because he was supposed to take her trick-or-treating. "Look," said Buster, "Arthur just went into the witch's house." All the friends are down on the walkway, and they see Arthur go inside that house to look for his sister DW. They're all saying, "Oh no, Arthur, DW." Okay, what happens next? Oh, they're saying she'll probably put Arthur and DW into an oven, just like Hansel and Gretel. That's not true, said Sue Ellen. "Maybe she's using them for scientific experiments," said the brain. "I bet she locked them in the basement to starve," says Buster. "Maybe we should follow him," says Francine. "Maybe we should call the police," said Muffy. Everyone was just too scared to move. And there they were, looking at imagining all these things happening. And nothing like that was going to happen. They were just, their imaginations were getting away from them, that's for sure. Inside the house, it was very cold. Arthur thought he saw ghosts all around. He walked down a long, dark hall. At the end, he saw a light under a door, and he heard voices, and one was his sister's, DW's. There he is. He thinks he's seeing ghosts, and he's walking down this long hall. He sees a light, and he hears his sister's voice. Oh, boy. "Oh, there you are," said the witch. "We were waiting for you." "I came to get my sister. We have to go," said Arthur. "I hear my mother calling us," he said. "I don't hear anything," said DW. "My name is Mrs. Tibble. I hope you won't leave without some cider and donuts first." "They're chocolate, your favorite," said DW. And she's given them chocolate donuts and apple cider in a nice warm kitchen. And Arthur thought he was going into a witch's cave. "I've waited all night for trick-or-treaters, but you're the only ones that came," said Mrs. Tibble. "Years ago, my doorbell never stopped ringing." "Maybe it's broken like the windows," says DW. Mrs. Tibble nodded. "It is harder for me to keep up with this big place these days." "Maybe if we help you fix up your yard, the place won't look so spooky," said Arthur. Isn't that nice of them? They're going to help her fix up her yard so her house doesn't look spooky. I think that's very sweet. Arthur finished his donut as Mrs. Tibble opened the door and turned on the porch light. She gave Arthur and D.W. a big hug and a wave. "See Saturday to rake those leaves," said Arthur. "Aw, look how sweet. I just love this picture. Look how happy they are. Happy to be together, happy to have some trick-or-treaters, and happy to have them chocolate donuts." Wow. Oh, look. Here's all the kids peeking because they thought that D.W. and Arthur was going to be locked in the basement. And that lady was so nice. She just was happy to have those kids come in and have a Halloween treat with her. "You're still alive," said Francine. "I can't believe you went in there alone," said the brain. "You're so brave," said Sue Ellen. "What's in the bag?" said Buster. "Probably eyeballs and hearts and brains," said Francine. Boy, they really have big imaginations, don't they? "It's easy to find out," said Arthur. "Just close your eyes and reach in unless you are too scared. We've been to every house now. Can we take the shortcut home?" said D.W. And off they went, cutting through the cemetery to get home quicker, and they weren't even afraid. They had such a wonderful time at that lady's house who they thought was a witch, but she wasn't. She was a very nice lady. So happy to have those kids come over her house and spend a couple hours or a few hours some time with her on Halloween and have a treat. She just wanted to give them a treat, and they were afraid, but they didn't need to be. And that's our story by Marc Brown, Arthur's Halloween. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that if you didn't go trick-or-treating yet, you're getting ready. And if you already went, I hope you had a good time. Make sure when you go, you stay close to your grown-up. Don't get lost. There's plenty of time to go to every house. You have lots of time, so you don't have to rush ahead. You stay with your grown-up in your family. And when you get home, let your mom and dad look through your bag and make sure everything in there is okay. Because I don't want anything happening to you. I love you guys. So, well, go get ready. And I have one more thing to say. Happy Halloween! I love you. Good night. Have a good time. Bye-bye. Happy Halloween.